Ladies, life sometimes throws you curveballs. Sometimes you're faced with toxic relationships or jobs that you hate, medical emergencies, or just the need to leave a situation that no longer serves you. It is not optional to have an emergency fund in 2026. It is necessary. It is a need. An emergency fund is something that protects you, gives you a peace of mind, and serves as a source of financial freedom. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the benefits of an emergency fund and why it is necessary for every woman to have one in 2026. If you love topics about building up your finances or living a more freedom-focused life, please click subscribe to join our community. We need to talk about emergency funds because if it is 2026 and you do not have an emergency fund, or you haven't started to build one, or haven't even started to think about one, I need you to listen in on this video. We cannot go into 2026 and not have a financial cushion to protect us from life's curveballs. Whether you might experience job loss or a toxic relationship or a workplace environment that you do not love or that doesn't serve your mental health, you need to have an emergency fund that covers at least 3 to 6 months of your expenses, because this is a means of protecting you. This is a means of giving you a peace of mind. This is a means of creating a safety net for you. You don't want to ever be in a space where you are reliant on another person in order to be able to pave your way or protect you or bring you out of a situation that does not serve you. You want to be in a space where you feel empowered, you feel strong, you feel like you have agency and confidence to get yourself out of toxic situations. In my own personal life, I started a job a few years ago that I initially enjoyed, but after a while, the job started to weigh on my mental and my physical health. I was losing weight at a crazy speed. I was no longer engaging in the things that I used to love. I was not having enough time to go to the gym and, take care of myself outside of the workplace. I wasn't eating. I wasn't sleeping. I was constantly thinking about the job, and I felt like I honestly felt like I was dying. Like, I did not look good. My appearance was showing that I was going through it mentally with my job, and I knew that I needed out. And honestly, I give so much credit to my emergency fund, or what I call my freedom fund, for helping me and giving me the confidence and the courage to leave this workplace. And having an emergency fund can serve you in that same way. You don't want to ever be in a situation where you come across a curveball in life and you have no game plan, you have no backup plan, and you cannot leave that situation because you are financially tied to it. You want to have choices, you want to have flexibility in your life, and you want to have the power to say no. And that is the most empowering and the most amazing thing that I got from developing my emergency fund, or you can also call it my freedom fund. It's the power to say no to situations that do not serve me. And I want that for you. So let's get into it. So what is an emergency fund? An emergency fund or a freedom fund is a portion of money that equals up to about 3 to 6 months or more of your monthly expenses. And when you save this amount, it serves the purpose of reducing stress, reducing anxiety, and reducing mental turmoil in the event that you are faced with a curveball in life that you were not prepared for. So if you are in a situation where you want to leave your job, your emergency fund will be there to protect you. If you're in a situation where you're in a toxic relationship and you want to leave that relationship, but you don't have anywhere to live, or you live with your partner, that might be your first and last month on your new apartment so that you can leave that situation. If you're in a situation where your car suddenly breaks down and now you're left without a car, that 3 to 6 months of expenses might be that safety net that you need to be able to purchase a new car and to get yourself out of that situation. It is so important that you have yourself to rely on during these instances, and that you are not feeling like you have to stay in these situations or ask other people for help or rely on other people as your means of getting out of these situations. It gives you a sense of control and independence, and honestly, a sense of power and a sense of agency over your life. And that's the most important thing that I believe that a woman can have. One of the most common myths that I hear about having an emergency fund is that I don't earn enough money to have an emergency fund. And honestly, I believe that is false. Yes, I acknowledge that everybody makes different amounts of money, and not everyone might be in the same financial position to put away the same amount of money as the other person. I understand that. I get that. But if you are a person that has enough money for a gym membership, if you are enough person that has enough money for takeout, if you are a person that has enough money for brunch or to go shopping or to go on trips, then you have enough money to have an emergency fund. I've always said that if there is something that you find of value and of importance in your life, then you will make a way. Even if it's $50 a month, even if it is $25 a month, even if you have to stop buying takeout in order to start saving for emergency fund, that might be a necessary step that you need to make if you feel like you don't have enough. Starting small is better than not starting at all. That rhymes. Starting small is better than not starting at all. I need you guys to start. I need you to start in 2026. Start with $25. If you're a person that says that you don't have enough money for an emergency fund, or you don't have enough money for a freedom fund, or to just have money sitting in your account that you're not presently using, I want you to start today by automating $25 to be transferred from your checkings account to a savings account, which you would title emergency fund or freedom fund. I know that is something that you can do today. Start small and work your way up. Once you feel that $25 a month is feasible, maybe you can work your way up to $50 a month or to $100 a month. And when you automate these contributions, it happens on the back burner. It happens so unconsciously that you're not even going to realize that it's happening, and you're going to treat it almost like it's another bill. It's like crazy that we make so much time for other bills. We prioritize our phone bill, our electricity bill, our hydro bill, but we don't actually prioritize our own mental and physical security by way of building an emergency fund. Shit happens. Things will happen in your life, but you have the power to prevent the impact of these things on your life by way of having that financial cushion or that safety net to protect you. And also for your emergency fund, you want to keep it accessible but separate from your everyday spending. So if you want to go on a shopping spree, you are not going into your emergency fund. If you want to go for takeout, you are not going into your emergency fund. Make it accessible enough that if you need it in the event of an emergency, you can get it, you can liquidate it, you can take it out of your bank, but not too accessible that you are constantly going into it to go shopping or to go for brunch with your girls. It is something that is meant to protect you and to be there in the event of an emergency. And don't touch it. Don't touch it. Overall, I just wanted to come on here to stress the importance and the power of having an emergency fund or even a freedom fund. This emergency fund gives you the power to say no to circumstances that no longer serve you. It gives you the power to step away from toxic relationships or environments. It gives you the power and the agency over your life that I feel that every woman deserves. So in 2026, if you don't have an emergency fund or you are not starting to build one, my encouragement for you is to start with $25 and work your way up. And if you decide to start it because of this video, please leave a comment down below. Share your story with me. I am so excited to hear about it. And best of luck on your financial journey. Peace.